Okay, so we're looking for our short side here. So we're looking for this x. What do they give us? Our hypotenuse. And our hypotenuse is 2 times x. So how would we get rid of the 2 to figure out what x is? Cut it in half. Divide by 2. What's half of 32? 16. Dun, dun, dun. Look at us go. Are we ready? All right, so what's our pattern for 30, 60, 90? Good. Both of you take a point. And what do they give us this time? Did they give us our short side, long side, hypotenuse?
Short side.
All right, so what is the length of the hypotenuse going to be if our short side is 8?
16.
How did you get 16?
Multiply by 2.
Because you multiply by 2. Heartburn? I don't know what heartburn is.
Yeah. I don't get it. I got heartburn. Yeah, I had heartburn like 2 days ago.
You have heartburn in
I had nothing more.
Okay, now, we're supposed to have 16 as our answer. Did we get it right? What's our long side here? For this one. What's our long side over here?
16.
Okay. Are we ready to start our lesson? In the top drawer of your tower are all the foldables that you will need for today. There are 3 total. There's one sheet that has 2 of these on it. You're going to cut it in half and share. There's a baby triangle, and then there's one of these. Alright, so on 55A, we're going to glue these 2 things down. And you can trim up this triangle. You can also trim up this paper. So you need to cut the one that says trig ratios in half. Each person gets a triangle, and then each person gets one of the last. Yes, that's 55. I just said that.
Okay.
So these 2 things are on 55A. Set this aside, the whole sheet, because we're going to fold it together.
Okay.
Ta-da! Alright, so our learning target for today says I can identify trig ratios in a right triangle. Super exciting. We're about to start, so I need y'all to write this down. So we have learned all kinds of things with right triangles so far in the last week and a half, correct? How do we find a missing side of a right triangle? Pythagorean theorem. The longest side of a right triangle is the hypotenuse. Fantastic. All right. We also learned about special right triangles. What was the first kind of special right?
45.
And what was the pattern? X through 2. Good. Take a point. And then what's the second kind of special right triangle?
69.
And what's the pattern?
X through 2x.
Good. Take a point. So today what we're going to learn how to do is we're going to blah, 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 blah. We are going to apply side lengths to find a ratio that deals with trig. And trig helps us find missing sides whenever we don't have enough to do Pythagorean theorem, or find missing angles when we are fancy and want to know the angle. Are we ready? What is a ratio? We've been talking about ratios for a hot minute, so y'all should know what a ratio is. It's a fraction. It's a proportion. Well, and two ratios make a proportion. All right. It's a fraction that is what? What does it do? So if I tell you that our ratio is 2 to 3, what does that mean?
That means there's two, one object to three of them, another.
So it's a comparison?
I couldn't think of the word.
There we go. All right, go team. Take a point. So close. All right, so today what we're going to talk about is trig ratios. Now, this is the ratio of lengths of two sides of a right triangle. You can only use this on a right triangle. Does everybody understand? You can only use trig ratios on a right triangle and the unit circle. Can you put the scissors down because you don't need those? Thank you so much. All right, trig ratios are used to find a missing side or angle in a right triangle. When do we use trig ratios? A right triangle. When given one side and an angle or two sides. Now, it is this lovely thing called SOHCAHTOA.
We talked about this today, that little mock.
SOHCAHTOA. So the S stands for sine. S-I-N-E. And sine, you use sine when you have an opposite side and a hypotenuse. Now what it means about opposite side is sine deals with angles, so it's opposite of this angle. So if we're looking at angle A. Pardon? Because this is how you spell sine in trig. The abbreviation is S-I-N.
Okay.
Yes. But sine is spelled S-I-N. Okay, guys. You have a calculator, right? And they say sin, cos, tan. Well, it's not sin, cos, tan. It's sine, cosine, tangent. And S-I-N is the abbreviation for sine, S-I-N-E. Okay, sweet baby Jesus. All right, so let's look at A. If I want the sine of A, what leg is opposite of A? Leg A. So right here, I want you to write A. And what is our hypotenuse represented by in this triangle? C. So it's the opposite divided by hypotenuse. I know.
Well, let me take that back.
Wait till you get some numbers.
Yeah.
So the C stands for cosine. C-O-S-I-N-E. Yes. Third period. A stands for the side adjacent to that angle. And what does H stand for again? Hypotenuse. Take a point. Are we ready for some magic?
I don't know, are we?
I don't like the whole hippie. Yeah.
All right, let's look at cosine of A. Now, what leg is adjacent to angle A? Adjacent means it touches, right? B. So we would write B divided by, what's our hypotenuse? C. So it's adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Isn't it magic? So the O and the A deal with the legs, just in case you didn't pick up on that. The H is the hypotenuse of the triangle. T stands for tangent. What does the O stand for? Opposite. What does the A stand for? Adjacent. So on tangent, do you need the hypotenuse? No. Magic. All right, so remember, it's opposite divided by adjacent. What leg is opposite of angle A? Leg A. And what leg is adjacent to angle A? Leg B.
I think I get this. I was wondering how, like, you found out what angle to start at, or like what leg to start at. The A next to it.
What?
Like you said, you just came out of nowhere and said, like, what leg is opposite to angle A.
Because it says sine of A.
Alright.
And it says cosine of A and tangent of A. So if I wanted, for practice, don't die on me, pen, the sine of angle B. Okay, let's find B. Angle B. Okay, sine is opposite divided by hypotenuse, correct? All right, what leg besides Travis is opposite of angle B? Leg B. And what is our hypotenuse? C. So opposite means you look across from it. For cosine of B, that's adjacent divided by hypotenuse, correct? All right, what leg is adjacent to angle B? A. And what's your hypotenuse? You guys see how it's labeled with hypotenuse and then leg? Okay. Yes. All right, tangent of B. Tangent is opposite divided by adjacent. So what is opposite of angle B?
B. Leg B.
And what's adjacent? Y'all, opposite and adjacent deal with legs. Hypotenuse is H. You can't use the hypotenuse in tangent. No hypotenuse. It is recording. Nothing.
This is a drug-free zone.
Everybody contain your laughter. All right, are we ready to look at this triangle? If I give you that this side is, let's see if we remember triples. Who remembers a triple? Tell me a triple. Other than 3, 4, 5, tell me a triple.
5, 17.
7, 14, 15.
7.
5, 12, 13. Take a point.
That's
So
what
5,
I said.
12, 13. I just need one. But thank you. And I'm proud of you for using your notes. 5, 12, 13. All right, so what I want us to do here is we're just going to practice writing our ratios, okay? So we're going to start by finding the sign of A. And sine is opposite divided by hypotenuse. So we know that the bottom of our fraction is going to be what? What's our hypotenuse? 13. All right, and we're looking at A. What leg is opposite of A? Does anybody have any questions on how we got 12 divided by 13? Are we sure? All right, let's do the cosine of A. Cosine is adjacent divided by hypotenuse, correct? All right, what is adjacent to A? What leg is adjacent to A?
B.
Y'all, what is the length of the leg adjacent to A? 5. And what is the hypotenuse? What is happening? And also, a leg has 2 points. So telling me B tells me this angle. That doesn't tell me anything. All right, tangent of A. You're scaring me, so I'm going to write opposite divided by adjacent. What is opposite of angle A?
BC.
Which is 12. And what leg is adjacent to angle A? 5.
Oh, we want to go adjacent.
I'm not supposed to solve them?
You can get a decimal, but right now I just want you to do this. We're going to do the decimal part in a minute. Okay, now I want you to practice, and I want you to find the sine, cosine, and tangent of angle C. Opposite divided by hypotenuse, adjacent divided by hypotenuse, opposite divided by adjacent. Oh, Blair. Yes, of angle C, please. Do you want me to tape it? Okay. All right, I got 5/13 for sine. I got 12/13 for, I dropped my 1, for cosine, and 5/12 for tangent. What did y'all get? How many of us got it right? Take a point if 2 people at the table got it right. Now, what do you notice about the sine of C and the cosine of A? What do you notice about the cosine of C and the sine of A? And what do you notice about the tangent of A and the tangent of C? They're reciprocals. Magic. Alright, take this piece of paper that looks like this. Yes, we're going to fold it. Because we do foldables in here. We need to fold this fast, so let's go. We have 6 minutes left together. Alright, so you're going to fold it in half hamburger style, like this. What bothers you? I'm ignoring you. And then, are we ready? The other way.
Oh, the other way? Okay.
You need the words on the outside, baby cakes. Then you fold it down so that you see these two things on the outside. Is everybody to this point? What are you doing?
Huh? Yeah, that's not right.
What she's like, what are you doing? Oh, that's not right.
Oh. Okay. Alright.
Then you fold it like this. Like this. And you only have to open this one twice. Ta-da! And then what do you think you're going to do on the back? Glue it. Also don't know why it printed so tiny, but you know, we will persevere in the face of danger. You have some in your tower. And if you don't have glue, use tape. Alright, and this goes on 55B. And this is going to be your homework, so the more we get done, the less homework you have. And you should also do 2 problems from each of your special right triangle pages.
You say you should, do you mean?
Do it. You should do your homework.
Oh, okay, well that's different. When we say you should. I mean, I
All
should
you're doing
give money to charity work.
I'm done talking to you. Alright, so what you're going to do on each of these is ooh, Blair. You are going to find the sine, cosine, and tangent of each of your angles, except for the 90-degree angle. So when you open it to the inside, you're going to find the sine of E, the cosine of E, and the tangent of E. Then you're going to do the same thing here. You're going to find the sine of F, the cosine of F, and the tangent of F. Do I need to label which angles you're doing on each, or can you figure it out?
I can figure it out.
So this one is P, this one is Q. And P and Q on these two as well. And remember, we're using SOHCAHTOA. What, darling? Would you like me to come look at it? Okay. Does anybody else need me to look at their foldable? Alright, so EF, PQ, up top PQ, up top PQ. When you close it, PQ, EF. I don't know why we went so crazy with P and Qs.
So basically all of them are PQs and EFs.
Yes. And how many from each sheet of your 30, 60, 90, 45, 45, 90? 2.
Is that count as 2 rows or just
Problems. But the whole thing is due when?
Right.
So the more you do, the less you have to do by Friday.